Hey, shalom, shalom, everybody. Shalom. To the east, call halal Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Yahweh Kapadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, preaching 100% truth to prove well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom. Say, this is Bakayar Amana. Okay. Let me fix that a little bit. So, trying to fix that a little bit for you. All right. Yeah. Yeah, just trying to get the word of the Most High out, do the best I can, because as it stands, I seen Elder Menachos Ba, he put the video of the CIA and the FBI, okay, are watching the so-called Black Hebrew Israelites. Who gives a fuck? You've been doing that for years. You got a motherfucker over here across the street that's been out here for months watching me, filming my fucking show. See that red truck over there? Okay, that motherfucker's been over here for months, okay, watching this show. And funny how he don't never get out of the truck. When he do, he came out throwing bread for birds and shit. Right? This is the bullshit. Every fucking week, that motherfucker sits over there for an hour filming every word that come out of my mouth. You see that red truck over there? That's it. So, yeah, we know that the motherfuckers is watching us, man. They ain't got nothing else better to do. They're doomed. They know it. We're the perennial prophets of doom. We're telling these motherfuckers the truth to their face and they can't handle it. It's that simple. Okay? So, yeah. Yeah, bitch, we know that you watching us, so what? Fuck it. Whatever you gonna do, you gonna do. Like it says in Revelation chapter 18, verse 20. Okay, there you go, right now. Look at the fucker. See what I'm saying? Setting up his cameras and shit, man. Come on, man. Motherfucker, you can't, man. So, whenever you get done, these motherfuckers gonna try to make me compromise. Fuck that bullshit. I'm gonna go to the end just to see if the Lord will keep his words. Why not? Malachi chapter 3, verse 10. Let's get it. Let's get it. Okay? Since y'all think I'm talking shit, I ain't saying nothing. Okay? Let's see it. Let's get Malachi. Hold on. I was reading 2nd Ezra earlier. Let's get Malachi. Let's get it. Malachi chapter 3, verse 10, right? Bring ye all the tithes into the storehouse, that there be meat in mine house. And okay, and this is my point. And prove me now herewith. Right? So the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai told us to prove him and prove his righteous and holy power for us. Because King Solomon, like I made a video earlier, put it on my video yesterday, or on my channel yesterday, I made a video concerning World War III and the Gentiles. I was going to go into and continue about how the 144,000 are part of the Hebrew Israelite Gentiles, and 12,000 out of each of the 12 tribes, which are the governors of Israel, that going to act like the world police force, right, with spiritual power. Can you imagine 144,000 Superman? Explain that. You got power. What do you think that big ass S on Superman's chest was for? That big S is there it means salvation. The shield of salvation. Okay? It tells you that in Psalms 18, when King David was giving thanks to the Most High for victory over his enemies. You see what I'm saying? How the Most High had made his feet like hinds feet. That's super speed, right? Isaiah chapter 40, verse 28 says that they shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. That's super stamina and super speed, right? They should lift up their wings as eagles. Okay, that's the power of flight. That's what these crackers are scared of, man. They're scared to death. They've been making fucking movies, superhero movies, X-Men, Stan Lee. Like I said in the video last week, Stan Lee, he created the X-Men based on the so-called black condition. okay, on the Latino condition. Taino, the Mexicans, the indentured servants of the Indians. Genosha and the X-Men on X-Men 97, the cartoon back in 1997 they made that was such a hit that they had to put it back on the internet, okay, because it had all of the different mutants, okay, that Stan Lee had put together. They've been going for a season 2. It never was a season 2, now they're making one, okay, that has the rest of these, the mutant superheroes. All of that is based off the 144,000, man. These motherfucking Edomites are scared to death. When 12,000 of the house of the tribe of Judah wake up first, because the Most High Yahweh, he said that what he was going to do is he was going to raise up the tents of Judah first, like it says in Zechariah chapter 12. Okay, verse 9. These motherfucking Edomites are scared to death. Okay, so the tents of Judah consists of Judah, Benjamin, and the Levite priests, which is the southern tribe of the house of Israel, which consists of Negroes, West Indians, and Haitians. And these motherfucking crackers, they know how the Haitians get down. Okay, they trust me, they got great fear going on, shaking in their boots and shit. So what they're trying to do is take the initiative, right, and try to change the narrative, try to regain control of the narrative, which they can't. It's impossible. You know, they've already lost control of the narrative and they ain't gonna never regain it back. There's no way. It's too many people that's watching these videos, man, on a global scale. Okay, everybody's on TikTok, everybody's on comment boards all over the fucking earth asking questions. Making TikTok videos trying to debunk what we're saying, which they find it virtually fucking impossible because they try to debunk it, but it comes out that they make a fool out of themselves because they don't understand the biblical scriptures, because they're not breaking down the biblical scriptures word for word. In context, they're going outside of context, coming up with and putting their fucking feelings in it. So can you imagine 144,000 of the X-Men, the goddamn Justice League? Okay, that's what these Edomites are scared to fucking death about, man. All these crackers, everything is falling apart for their punk ass. Because like it says in 1 King, chapter 8, I got a book in my hand, I'm tripping. Let's get it. Okay. Where was I at? I went straight to Psalms 18. Oh, Psalm 17. Wow. How did that work? Damn. Wow, okay, hold on. Let me go to, what was it? 1 Kings, right? 1 Kings chapter 8. Okay, check this out. 1 Kings chapter 8, verse 44. Right? You know, where exactly did he come from? From that truck over there? Did he come from that? See? But, you know, I guess we're supposed to be scared because these motherfuckers are watching us. You see them cameras on top of them, on top of them damn street lights up there? Yes, they watching us. We understand that. That's because we're standing up against their fucking wicked regime. Extortion, excess, murder, bloodthirst, bloodshedding, telling lies, betrayal, all of this shit. Everybody sees what the fuck they're doing. It's all over the fucking internet now. Okay? All we're doing is putting it to biblical scriptures and how close they are to the end of their fucking rulership. In 2026, that makes the year 250 goddamn years that these Edomites have been ruling with an iron fist. Where it says in Isaiah, Isaiah chapter, I think it's chapter 14, how had the hammer of the whole earth been broken asunder? Right? Now, George, what was it? I think his name was George Bush, or one of George Bush's generals, I forget his name, got on the internet. No, it was George Bush himself. He says, well, if America's the hammer, all the other nations has to be the nail. Right? Do they not rule with much wicked oppression? See? like I said before, 1 Kings chapter 8, verse 44, if thy people go out to battle against their enemies, right? And our enemies are found in Psalms 83. You see how precept go upon precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line upon line, here a little and there a little. That's how you put the Bible together, to put together the puzzle that confounds these scribes and Pharisees. Because see, if the motherfuckers would have known what we know now, back then they would have took the book of Obadiah and the book of Malachi out of the Bible, man. See, they had a group of men called the Biblical Destruction Group, or the Bible Destruction Group. You can Google it. If you think I'm full of shit, Google the Bible Destruction Group, okay, and read what they did in the late 1700s and early 1800s. These goddamn Amalekite Khazars over there calling themselves us. They didn't start calling themselves Israelites until 1860. At the same year, 1860, 1858 to 1860, the Biblical Destruction Group took the Apocrypha out of the Bible and took other certain books up out of the Bible and started adding names and taking the actual names out of it, right? They put the name Jesus. Before then, it was Iesus, right? Because the letter J wasn't created until 1524 by John Trissino, okay, a biblical Amalekite scholar, one of them fucking imposters over there, right? One of the JOOs, right? They had another JOO, whose name was, Yosef ben Yehudi, that added vowel points to the Assyrian script Hebrew. So this way they'd have a reason that would cause confusion to people that knew how to read that Hebrew, okay, and put in that Assyrian script Hebrew, because these motherfuckers had so much money through the Rothschild family, right? Amschel Bauer or Amschel Rothschild, okay, had like 4 or 5 sons, and each one of them ran a central bank. And the first thing they did with their money and gold that they'd accumulated by causing wars and financing both sides of the battle for years, all of the money that they made, they started buying propaganda and setting up printing presses and printing shops all over the fucking world. And while they did that, what they were doing was they were trying to control the narrative by shutting down what is as far as what is written, and then putting up their wicked narrative of what they believe, okay, and what they're trying to set up, right? With the Assyrian script Hebrew, okay, that shit later became Yiddish, which is a mishmash, okay, of German, French, German, French, Russian, you know, it's just a mishmash of the same fucking language, man. That's it. And then, you know, that's what Yiddish is. But they say that bullshit is Hebrew language, which it's not. The actual Hebrew language, okay, looks like that on my shoulder, right? Yah-ha-wah-ha, Yahweh. That's the name of the Father. Yah-ha-wah-shai, Yahweh Shai. That's the name of the Son. Okay? But they don't show that, okay, in the Assyrian script Hebrew. You got to go dig for the Yahweh Shai's name. Okay? In the Assyrian script Hebrew, what is called is Yahweh Hashai. Okay, that's how you pronounce it. In the Assyrian script Hebrew, without the goddamn vowel points. Okay? So, all we're trying to do is show the entire world who the devil is. The devil is the Bible speaks of. Like the Bible speaks of the devil in John 8:44, man. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lusts of your father you will do. Okay, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, when he said those words, he was talking to the wicked scribes and Pharisees and 2/3 of our people that advocated for his crucifixion on the fucking cross, talking about crucify him, because his words were reproving them for the wickedness they were doing every fucking day, man. What if it's pedophilia, drinking of blood, worshiping false gods and idols, whatever the fuck they were doing, man. They're doing it, whatever the fuck they were doing there, they're doing the same thing right now. Okay, nothing changes. the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai does not change. He doesn't change, nothing else changes. Because he created it. He created man to be in his image. His image. Okay? And the only people that are men are the people that he brought out of Egypt with a strong hand and a mighty arm stretched out, who are Israelites. Those are the only people that are counted men on the face of the earth. Everybody else is a wild brute beast. Why? Because of the law, statutes, and commandments that the Most High gave to us. No other nation can it be said that it was given to them. They base all of their law, statutes, and their commandments of whatever country that they're in based on the Bible. And the Bible was made for us as an instruction manual. Basic instruction before leaving earth. B-I-B-L-E. The Bible. Understand? These goddamn Edomites, they don't know that at all. And they talk shit about, you people aren't the chosen people. You're black. Fuck you. Black's Law Dictionary states immediately, because we're Hebrew Israelites, we're not black Hebrew Israelites. Black means that you are dead in the eyes of the law. Black means that you are property owned by the United States government under the Constitution. Okay? That's what black means. So that way, our words have no power. Our complaints have no power. Our protesting peacefully has no power because nobody's paying attention to it. See? Don't matter if the police shoot down a young man or shoot a woman in her fucking, opening her front door and shoot her 5 or 6 times in her chest. Right? Don't matter. If you shoot a 12-year-old little boy playing with a little toy cap gun. It's just a cap gun with the little plastic caps. We used to have them when we was kids. You know, if we was coming up during that time, we'd have got shot. Little bitty kids, man, 10 and 12 motherfucking years old, 8 years old, pat, 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 copying off the motherfucking, off the Cowboy and Indian TV show we had to watch. You see what I'm saying? Goddamn Edomites would have murdered us. Talking about, he's got a gun. Pop, 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 pop. Shoot the fuck out of a little baby. That's what they do, man. These goddamn animals don't give a shit about you. Especially if you're an Israelite. Okay? Now, there's no such thing as black or white. Black or white are social constructs that were created by these devils in order for them to push white supremacy and white privilege in their favor. They've been pushing that punk shit since 1615. Okay? That's over 500 fucking years, man. Okay, if the letter J was created in 1524, that means that was created 501 years ago. These people have had rulership over the fucking earth for over 500 years, man. They've had more than enough opportunity to repent before the Lord and get back their birthright, you know, by prayer and supplication. Every day for 500 years, they would have got it back by default. Okay? But they didn't do it. All they thought about was revenge against their brother. Like it says in Genesis chapter 27, verse 41. Thus Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand, then will I slay my brother Jacob. And these motherfuckers been setting themselves up in a position to kill us for centuries. Because you have to remember that the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, after the flood, the children of Israel that had spread out throughout all of the earth, along with the heathen nations, had become more wicked than that they did at the first place. So the Most High picked and chose one person from among them whose name was Abraham. Right? But like I said, let's get back to and Abraham, after Abraham passed on into the spirit realm to be with the Lord, okay, that covenant that the Most High had promised Abraham from as far as the eye can see, all the way around him, all that land would be his. That's the entire fucking planet, man. Okay? people hate the Lord around here. They'll come by here and rev up their car engines, motorcycles, and all kind of shit, man. They'll do it deliberately and on purpose, just because they can. Every week, if they don't throw a can of pop or whatever have you, you know what I'm saying? Oh, check this motherfucker out. You see this person right there? They just stopped in the middle of the street to take them some pictures. Right? I don't get it. Well, I get it. Like I started off at the video, the CIA and the FBI are trying to put together enough proof to try to condemn us and come against us. But right now they're using subterfuge. They're going to certain camps of individuals coming out with the truth. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to turn those camps against the people by having them change the doctrine. Okay, they did that with IUIC. That's the reason why Bishop Wade took off, he took the bag. ISUPK with General Yohana, that motherfucker took what I took off and took the bag. Okay, Tazariak, Zabak, all these motherfuckers took the bag, man. They're getting a certain amount of money for views off YouTube, and they're getting a fucking subsidies check for how many goddamn lies they can tell in the space of 2 hours. Okay, and how many people that they get believing on them. Okay, all of these different individuals getting a fucking paycheck every 2 weeks from the government. They ain't gotta work because it's tax-free. That means that they're 501c3 tax exempt. Okay, long as they're telling the goddamn lie and they're not pushing the truth, they get a check. They ain't telling you that though. Hell, we already know Bishop Nate got, what, $400,000 or $500,000 a month that motherfucker get. That's $6 million a year, on average. You know, with the got them guys out there wearing purple, telling half truth and half of it a lie. Talking about they don't know nothing about the mark of the beast. The mark of the beast is sin. You can't take all of your sins that you accumulate. Okay, let me give you an example. You kill some goddamn body, blow their fucking brains out, right? You cut their fucking head off, take it off into a grocery store, sit it up on the counter. I want to buy this whole deal with groceries with this person's head. I committed a sin with murder. See if you can buy it. They'll call the goddamn police and have you put in the paddy wagon. That's if you survive being shot to death more times than Bonnie and Clyde. Okay? We're gonna shoot your ass to death. You know? So how you gonna take sin to the grocery store and buy groceries for your family? See? That's a goddamn lie. What the sin is they telling a lie, man. Okay? The mark of the beast is this, right there, you see it? The mark of the beast. MOTB is what we call it. We created an acronym for it. So this way we try to confuse the algorithm on YouTube that Mark Zuckerberg and Google put out. Right? See, in your hand, you can stop the video and zoom in if you like. Take a picture. Zoom in. Okay? And even got biblical scriptures that you can go back and read that proves it. That this is the mark of the beast. Nothing else fits the biblical prophecy. Okay? But anyway, let's get back to 1 Kings for chapter 8, verse 44. If thy people go out to battle against their enemy, and our enemy are found in Psalm 83, right? The tabernacles of Edom, and of the Ishmaelites, and of Moab, and of Ammon, and of the Philistines, and of the Amalekites, those imposters over there calling themselves the JEWs and are not but do lie. You know, sitting up there telling the fucking lie to the entire world. Because that's what they're doing. They're telling the lie, man. See? Talking about their chosen people. We're the chosen people of God. You lying motherfucker. Benjamin nothing not a Jew got up there and told the fucking world, the entire world, a lie. And they ate it up. They followed after the beast. They followed after the beast, and the beast when it's broken down, is the so-called white man. A wild, ferocious, brute, bestial-like man that shows no mercy. That is what is called a beast in the Bible. Now, the first beast is Rome, ran by these bestial, animalistic, bloodthirsty people. These Caucasians nowadays, but it's a misnomer, okay? And it's also a biblical truth. They're cave dwellers. That's what Caucasian means by definition, is cave dweller. But anyway, 1 Kings chapter 8, verse 44, if thy people go out to battle against their enemies, whithersoever thou shalt send them, and shall pray unto the Lord toward the city which thou hast chosen, and toward the house that I have built for thy name. Now this is King Solomon making a prayer to the Most High and blessing the holy temple of Jerusalem, the first temple that was built. Okay, this is before we went into captivity, and before the death of King Solomon, and his kingdom was split in the southern and the northern kingdom. They say the northern kingdom is lost tribes, which is a lie. I got a sign right over here that says, who are the Native Americans and how did they get to America? Okay, so how they got there is after King Sennacherib freed the northern tribe of the house of Israel under Jeroboam, the captain of King Solomon's armies. After King Solomon's death, Rehoboam, King Solomon's son, after King Solomon's death, took the southern tribe of Negroes, West Indians, and Haitians, right, and went into captivity under King Nebuchadnezzar. Okay, under King Sennacherib of the Assyrian captivity, Jeroboam took the rest of the Israelites, right? Dominicans, Guatemalans, Panamanians, Cubans, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Seminole Indians, American Indians, Argentinians, Chileans, Colombians, Uruguayans, Brazilians, Venezuelans, and Mexicans. Okay, that's the reason why all of them still, right to this day, worship statues of dead people, dead white people no less. Remember, white is a social construct that was created for them to push supremacy and supremacist ideology on the people in order to oppress them and to have a reason to oppress them. You see what I'm saying? Saying that we're better. You do what we say, or we'll use the sword, right? So those are the so-called lost tribes. Their names was changed to protect the guilty. And the guilty are Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the devil the Bible speaks of, man. Those motherfuckers are guilty for everything under the sun. They've done it all. If you Google violations of the law and bestiality, you're gonna pull up a laundry list on YouTube or on the internet of people that have been having sex with animals. And the people that are having sex with animals, for the most part, are white, so-called white people, man. Okay? Come on, man. These motherfuckers have legalized bestiality in America. In 10 states in the United States, they say it's legal for you to marry a goddamn cat or a dog. It's married. I'm telling you, man, these people are wicked. Okay, 1 Kings chapter 8, verse 44, if thy people go out to battle against their enemy, whithersoever thou shalt send them, and shall pray unto the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, toward the city of Jerusalem in the east, right? That was at the beginning of the video when I said to the east, and I gave praise and homage to the Most High's name, right? Which thou hast chosen, and toward the house that I have built for thy name, then hear thou in heaven their prayer and their supplication, and maintain their cause, right? And our cause is to receive eternal salvation from out of the hands of our enemies that are stronger than us, and which gives them their strength is they have the power of the sword, which is a blessing that the Most High God, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, gave to Esau after he was supplanted for his blessing. And the reason why is because the blessing and the birthright go together. Esau sold his birthright for one morsel of meat. So the Most High looked at him as profane, wicked, evil, an idiot, sottish, stupid. Okay? Because he didn't think about the latter end of his actions concerning selling off his birthright for the modern day equivalent to a fucking pot roast. Okay? If you put deer meat and vegetables in a pot, what you got? A pot roast. So Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, sold immortality in the kingdom of heaven for a fucking pot roast, man. One morsel of meat, he wants it back. The only way he thinks he can get it back is through murder. Genocide. You see what I'm saying? This is the only way he can do it. Other than that, he can't get it back. Okay? All these people are starting to stop and see these signs now. Starting to read them now. Right? The closer, the more it get to the summertime, the hotter it gets, people are going to start stopping their car at this parking lot behind me or in front of me, whatever. Right? And come over here and start taking pictures, putting it on the internet. All they're doing is forwarding the salvation of the Israelites. Okay? But they can do nothing against the truth but for the truth. Because the more they fight against it, the more attention they're going to bring to the truth. And then people are going to wake up. More people are going to wake up. That's how it works. That's the way the Most High set it up. And Paul the Apostle explained it. But these people give more credence to Paul the Apostle about any goddamn thing, if nothing else. Which doesn't make any sense, but that's what they're doing. Right? 1 Kings chapter 8, verse 46. If they sin against thee, for there is no man that sinneth not, for all the Israelites have sinned and come short of the glory of the Most High. Right? Because Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, with his own lips, said that he came to save the whole house of Israel. If he'd have said he came to save the whole goddamn world, he would have said so. Okay? Now, as far as the world, they're talking about in John 3:16, okay, that's cosmos. And that cosmos means a heavenly orderly arrangement of people that are Israelites. And the mystery behind that, okay, let's go get it. Because I got it right here. I just keep on going on and on, boy. Let's go get it. John 3:16, whatever. Okay. I'm going to have to go to a different Bible app. Go to Blue Letter Bible. I was in with the Apocrypha. King James Version with the Apocrypha. Okay. Let's go to Salaki. Damn it. Okay. Interlinear. Okay, hold on. Okay. For God so loved the world, right? Cosmos.
Strong's G 2889. Cosmos. Cosmos.
Cosmos. Cosmos. Right? An apt and harmonious arrangement or constitution, order or government. Right? And the government or the mountain of the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, it tells you that the peoples of the world will go to the mountain of the Lord. And then the mountain, in biblical context, means larger governments. Hills are smaller governments or vassal states. Okay? That's what it means. Okay? And mountain. So they would say, let us go up to the mountain of the Lord to hear what the Lord wants us to do. Roughly paraphrased. Okay? Now, this world is an apt and harmonious arrangement or constitution, order, or government, an adornment as the ornament of the heavens, an arrangement of stars, the heavenly host. And the heavenly host, okay, in this biblical context, are the remnant or the elect of the house of Israel that the Most High predestinated and pre-selected before this foundation of the earth was ever made. Okay? So the only people he's coming back to save are the Israelites that he pre-selected this time around. The other 2/3 of our people that are going to be cut off and die on this side because of their continued disobedience and worshiping false gods and idols, eating things and food sacrificed unto idols, and turning their back instead of their face to the Lord. When they're cut off on this side, they'll come back through the seed line of the elect that were saved on this side. Where these devils call the so-called rapture. That's found in 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, right? Where it says, then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds, right? So those individuals, okay, those dead bodies that we're quickening through the Holy Spirit, in other words, we're waking them up through the Holy Spirit, they're starting to realize that they are the Israelites of the Holy Bible. Nobody else fits the biblical prophecy. Then you got peoples that are scoffers and mockers that are preordained to this condemnation, to be left here and melted, because they scoff and mock against the truth. You know, they scoff and mock against their own inheritance, their own heritage, their own bloodline of being an Israelite. Being an Israelite is not a goddamn religion. Okay, it is who we are as a people. Okay, it's not a religion. It's not a cult. The cult is Christianity. You got 4 billion people out of 8 billion people on the face of the earth that go to church every Sunday worshiping a goddamn dead white man with long hair flowing woman like a fucking woman. That worship on a crucifix made out of wood, and he's made out of porcelain with a little bitty slit on his side. Looking all effeminate like. Fuck that. The Son of the Most High God, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh was crucified like this. Okay? They had to, and they put him on a tree. They didn't put him on a fucking crucifix like they show you in the movies. See? Because the scribes and the Pharisees were the ones that carried out the execution, but the Romans are the ones that actually put the nails in it. That's the reason why 2/3 of our people are going to be cut off and die. That's the reason why 2/3 of our people right now are suffering the way they're suffering. Because somebody in their bloodline advocated for the death of the Son of God. Okay? That's what's happening. Now, cosmos. God so loved the world, John 3:16, right? It means an apt and harmonious arrangement or constitution, order, or government. Okay? It didn't say nothing about a world filled with people, did it? It said a government. An apt and harmonious arrangement. There's nothing harmonious about any goddamn thing that Esau, Edom, has set up. All he rules the world with an iron wicked fist, right? And causes chaos everywhere he goes. So how the fuck is he a harmonious arrangement? How does that work? This motherfucker causes war and brings war and bloodshed to everywhere he goes. Like it says in Habakkuk chapter 2. Let's get it. Right? Hold on. Right. So like, let's go get it. I was finishing reading the rest of world, right? In John 3:16 type shit. You know, that's not the world that the Most High is coming back to save. That sent His only begotten Son to come back to save. Because John chapter 17 explains the people He's coming back to save. And the only people that believe on His name, not Jesus Christ. That's not the name of the Son of the Most High. That's not His name. Okay? Remember, the person you ignorantly call Jesus Christ is a Hebrew Israelite from the tribe of Judah. And the only way you can be a J-O-O, right, is that you're a Negro, or you're from the West Indies, or a Haitian. You know, because you have, that's the reason why the Bible tells you you have Judah and Jerusalem. You have Judah and Israel. Okay? Before then, it was just Israelites. Okay, before that, they were called the sons of God. Okay? Real talk. Try to explain these things the best we can, but it's like it goes over y'all's head. That ain't what the Bible says. Well, if you get you a Bible dictionary and break these things down for yourself, you'll see that we're telling you the truth. We're not lying to you about anything. We ain't got no reason to lie to you about nothing. All we're doing is we're trying to wake your goddamn dumb ass up and let you know that the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah is coming back to save His chosen people. And the only way the chosen people are going to be chosen, and you'll know them by their fruits, are those that know the Lord's name, like I explained it to you earlier, right? Yah-ha-wah-ha, Yahweh. Yah-ha-wah-shai, Yahweh Shai. Okay? That's the name of the Father and the name of the Son. These are the keys of salvation during the time of Jacob's trouble. The only way you're going to get out of Jacob's trouble, the only way you're going to get out, okay, is to know the name of the Lord. His name ain't no Jesus, because the letter J was created 500 years ago. If the guy was crucified 2,000 years ago, that's a gap of 1,500 years. His name ain't no fucking Jesus. See? This is what we're trying to explain to you. We go into the depth of the Bible. We break it down. We break down everything. So this way we understand what we're reading. Understandest what thou readest, right? In all thy getting, get understanding. Okay, let's get it. Salaki. Proverbs chapter 4, verse 7. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. Okay? And that's what we're trying to do, is get you to understand that you are the Israelites of the Holy Bible. If you're a Negro, you're a Latino, Native American, for the most part. Now, our people are not black-only Israelites. It ain't how it works. Because our people have been scattered for over 1,000 years, 500 years at least, in every other nation. So our bloodline and seed line have been intermingled with other nations of the people. So their children come out looking like the heathen nations in which they were scattered to, right? So, for example, see, these Edomites hate the Lord, man. They hate His word being out. They're, like I said before earlier in the video, they'll come by here and rev up their engine just to drown it out. That's how much these Edomites hate the Lord. Every person that come by here and rev up their engine or their motorcycle is a so-called white person. Every goddamn last one of them. Okay? Right? What it says in Proverbs chapter 8, verse 36. Let's get it. Sorry about being all over the place, but that's how I come out. Proverbs chapter 8, verse 34. Blessed is the man that heareth me, watching daily at my gates and waiting at the posts of my doors. How do you do that? Through wisdom and understanding. Like the Most High said, through his prophet, the servant Jeremiah, right? And Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 15. And I will send thee pastors according to mine heart, which shall feed thee with knowledge and understanding. Right? Like I said, he also told his prophet, the prophet Isaiah, to say in his stead, right? As far as thou shalt not see thy teachers or be hidden in a corner anymore, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers. Let's get it. Go back. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 20. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers. And when these people go by here driving by, they see I'm out here, fringes with the border of blue, doing everything I can. During this Passover week, this Feast of Unleavened Bread that we're out here celebrating, okay, where we eat unleavened bread every day with horseradish, aka bitter herbs. I try to mix mine up with salsa to give it a little bit more flavor so it don't sting so much. Hey man, I'm trying to do the best I can. There ain't no leaven in it. Okay, it's just vegetables. Okay, but maybe I don't know. I like I said before, this is like my second or third Passover, and I'm trying to do the best I can. I did what I could as far as cooking the lamb meat, the lamb chops. You know, I ate as many as I could, as fast as I could, with the stuff that I had prepared for it, and use horseradish. It was burning. Oh man, I had to drink shit out of wine just to cool it off, right? I mean, you know, hey, I tried to do what I could, man. I did. I was there. Hey, man, I was there on every live stream that I could be on. Because a lot of the brothers took off on their live streams during Passover at the same time. So I could only be on like 1 or 2 or 3 trying to keep up. You know what I'm saying? And then on the blood moon, I missed it. Pissed off right now. Right? But anyway, during this Pesach, which is the Passover, okay, and during this Feast of Unleavened Bread, what we try to do by celebrating it is we drink wine, we eat bitter herbs and unleavened bread. And we're supposed to take leaven out of our household. See, me, unfortunately, I have to live with other people that are unbelievers, right? And I don't have a choice because I can't afford it right now to move, okay? So I did what I could, and I celebrate most of the time outside. I had them leave the house, right? They left, right, of their own volition, right? And, you know, I ate and I prayed over my food, right? The atonement prayer, I did the best I could. The Lord's Prayer, I asked the Lord to hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. I asked the Lord to not cast me away from his presence, nor take the Holy Spirit from me, okay? And to increase my faith. That's what I asked for on this Passover. And I'm celebrating it through faith out here as doing my best to try to teach your dumb ass that you are one of the Israelites of the Holy Bible. Now, what I was saying earlier is that our people have been scattered into all nations. That's what I was going into in 1 Kings. I just hadn't got there yet. Okay? And hey, I apologize about insulting you. If you feel insulted, move on to another channel. Go watch something else. Go watch some dumb shit on TikTok. Right? And lose an opportunity to understand the meaning of the words that I'm telling you, that are coming out of my mouth. Okay? I'm trying to do everything I can to educate you as best I can. Right? Here comes another agent. Look. See him over there with the glasses? He on his way over here now to fuck with me. Asshole. But see, that's what I'm saying. It's all good. I'm waiting on his ass to come over here now. Oh, okay. He over there at the pit shop automotive. He went over there to the automotive. Whatever, man. You know, when I started preaching over here, they suddenly opened up that garage over there across the street. Let me explain. They suddenly opened up that garage over here across the street. See that? That garage right there? That garage has been closed for over 15 years. All of a goddamn sudden, they open it up. And they ain't getting no business. They ain't getting no business. Ain't no cars around there to be fixed or nothing. You see what I'm saying? Come on, man. Okay, if they ain't watching me, I can't tell. They film it every week, which is fine. I don't care. I'm not doing nothing wrong. I'm not terrorizing nobody. I'm not killing nobody. All I'm doing is out here with a Bible in my hand, on a soapbox, preaching the word of truth and the gospel as it is written in the scriptures, with a proper breakdown. That's all I'm doing. You mean to tell me that makes me a goddamn a domestic tea? Really? Come on now. I'm not making people in fear. I'm trying to educate people. Like I said before, copyright disclaimer. This video is not monetized. It was originally set up for commentary, news reporting, and educational purposes only. That's it. Okay? So, I mean, whenever you get done with that dumb shit, man, it don't make any sense. But anyway, let me go back to 1 Kings. That's where I was at. 1 Kings chapter 8. Verse 46. If they sin against thee, for there is no man that sinneth not, and thou be angry with them and deliver them to the enemy, so that they carry them away captives into the land of their enemy, far or near, right? Says the same thing in Joel chapter 3, verse 6. You took the children of Israel and sold them unto the Grecians, that they would remove them far from their border, right? And we've been scattered through the transatlantic slave trade and the reverse triangular slave trade, financed by those Amalekite JOOs that call themselves the JOOs and are not but do lie. They're the only people on the earth that attend synagogues. What the fuck? The Bible leaves you clues as to who the fucking devil is. But then you don't get it. Or you want to fight against it. Or you want to scoff and mock against it because that ain't what you was taught. It's time to free your mind from the shackles of bondage, of the lies that were told to you from your youth, and to study to show thyself approved unto the Most High God. That's what the fuck you're supposed to do, but you won't do it. So the Lord Most High sent us out here to risk everything to tell you the same thing you should be learning on your own. Okay? With the proper breakdown, so this way if you did have any questions, we can answer them for you, or give you, or set you on the path to find out the answer for yourself. So this way you will be fully persuaded in your own mind. You see what I mean? Yet if they bethink themselves in the land whither they were carried captives, and repent, and make supplication unto thee in the land of them, the land of the heathen, where they were scattered to, right? In the land of them that carried them away captives, saying, we have sinned, and we have done perversely, we have committed wickedness. Verse 48, and so return unto thee with all their heart, and with all their, and with all their heart and with all their soul, in the land of their enemies, which led them away captive, and pray unto thee toward their land, which is toward the east, like I showed you earlier, right? Which thou gavest unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, right? The city which thou hast chosen, Jerusalem, right? A people before it's a place, correct? And the house which I have built for thy name, then hear thou their prayer and their supplication in heaven, thy dwelling place, and maintain their cause. Okay? That's one of the main reasons why we're still here. Like it says in Ezekiel, chapter 11, verse 16. Therefore say, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, although I have cast them off, far off among the heathen, right? Among the land of the heathen, in their land, the land of them, that were captives, right? Because we're still captives. We've just been told a goddamn lie saying that we have freedom because of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, which they repealed that in January. It goes into effect April the 20th, which is next month. That's when you're going to see the devil the Bible speaks of. You're going to see the goddamn horns come out. The way they talk to you, the way they disrespect you on your job site, in public, all kind of shit. You're going to see the wickedness that they do. Okay? And if they're doing it in secret. If they don't do it in public. Criticizing you. Saying negative things about you in your back at Walmart in the line. Trying to buy groceries. Right? Stuff like that. Okay? Because when they're at home, amongst their own people, what do you think they're talking about? Who do you think they're talking shit on? They're not talking about themselves. See? Ezekiel chapter 11, verse 16, therefore say, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, although I have cast them far off among the heathen, and although I have scattered them among the countries, yet will I be to them as a little sanctuary in the countries where they shall come. So the Most High God, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, was the one that scattered us to all the four winds. All he did was he used Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, to do it. Right? The rod of his indignation, the Assyrian, is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Remember, Esau, Edom has the power of the sword. And the sword comes in all forms, shapes, and sizes. It comes in mists and chemicals. Right? And in the waters of Maxine. Salakia. Okay, I don't understand what the hell that was about. This came out of nowhere. Salakia. Found another TikTok video. I don't even know what the hell that was about. Okay. But anyway, like I said before, so the CIA and the FBI know who we are, man. They know that we're the Israelites of the Holy Bible, but they don't want us to come up with a Messiah. Remember Simon Toku back in the 50s and 1960s? These Edomites destroyed his body. They killed him because he was doing the exact same thing that Yahushua was doing. Raising little kids up from the dead. Raising men that had been dead for 3 or 4 days. Healing individuals that lost their arm and their limbs in the fields. On that field machinery, right? All of that stuff. He was doing all of the same things that Yahushua was doing, and these Edomites, they brought him, the Dutch, right? These Edomites over there in the countries where we were at, right? They came out of nowhere. Trying to be peaceful with him, speaking peaceful words, like it says in Psalms 55, right? His words were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart, right? Coming out of nowhere, talking smack out of the side of their neck. See, this is the wickedness of Esau, Edom, the so-called white men. They'll speak peaceable words to you to do everything they possibly can to get you on their side, and then they'll stab you in the fucking back. Okay? This is the wickedness of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the devil the Bible speaks of. All them cars, all them people came by here and stopped at their stoplight just now and rolled down their window to see what I was talking about. Everybody has seen the teachers. They've heard the word. The word has been spread throughout the four corners of the earth, or else these people would never have let down their windows, man. What do they let their windows down to hear what I got to say? Out of a sudden? Come on now. So the word has been given. We did what we were supposed to do. we stood on our feet boldly before the face of such of those of Edomite devils that have afflicted us, that make no account of our labor right to this day. Now they're trying to make accounts. They're trying to take account of our labor. You know, what type of effect it's having on the peoples of the world. That's what they're trying to do. Shalom, little baby. Okay? See what I'm saying? So that's how this works. So now they're taking account. So the CIA and the FBI are trying to put together a case against us, saying that we're pushing hate. We're not pushing hate. The Bible, basic instruction before leaving earth, an instruction manual for the Israelites, tells you in Romans chapter 9, verse 13, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. If the Bible telling you about hate, how the fuck you gonna blame us? All we're doing is telling you exactly what the Bible says. But we're pushing hate? How's that? You're the one that's in love with these goddamn devils that would love to hang your ass from a light post. They'd love to hang your black ass from a tree, just so they have something to talk about. Okay? You're the motherfucker that's in love with these animals. I'm not. And you mad at us because we're preaching hate. We ain't preaching hate. The Bible tells you, if you go back and read it and study for yourself like the Bible told you you were supposed to do, like the Son of God told you you were supposed to do, like the book of Timothy tells you you're supposed to do, okay, and read it for yourself so you would be fully persuaded in your own mind and in your own heart to follow after the Lord, you would know that the words I speak are true. Instead of jumping off the goddamn deep end, jumping to conclusions. Fueled with emotion. Ah, you preaching hate. Ah, you no, I'm not. I'm preaching the truth. The truth will set you free, but first it's gonna piss you off. Okay? You can't get mad at us for that. We're simply doing what we were fully persuaded to do. To come and tell your dumb ass the truth just like us. We were told the truth. We were asking questions, doing the same thing. You see? But like I said before, Ezekiel chapter 11, verse 16, therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh, although I have cast them far off among the heathen, and although I have scattered them among the countries, yet will I be to them as a little sanctuary in the countries where they shall come. So the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua sent pastors according to his heart that feed you with knowledge and understanding, where you see our teachers standing on street corners, risking their lives in freedom, standing boldly before the face of those that have afflicted us with slavery, with captivity, with much wicked oppression. That's what these Edomites are upset about. We put the Bible together and it makes sense. The Bible was never supposed to make sense. But that's the reason why you have all these different factions and all these belief systems in religious groups. Christianity, universalism, you know? No, his name is not Jesus, and he did not die for the entire world. Okay? I mean, they don't get it, man. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I will even gather you from the people and assemble you out of the countries where ye have been scattered. And I will give you the land of Israel. See? So the children of Israel are going to come back looking like all the heathen nations. They're going to look like everybody. They're not going to look like just black people. That's bullshit. You see what I'm saying? They're going to look like all the nations of the world. But it doesn't mean that God so loved the world. He loved the Israelites that had been scattered amongst the heathen nations of the world. Those are the individuals that he's coming back to save. Why do you think he made mention of the elect? In Isaiah chapter 45, verse 6, or verse 4. So like it. Let's get it. Isaiah chapter 45, verse 4. For Jacob, my servant's sake, and Israel, mine elect. I have called thee by thy name. I have surnamed thee, though thou hast not known me. All right, Shalom. You see what I'm saying? So what we try to do is we try to tell the truth and let people know that we are the teachers. Like it says in Isaiah chapter 30, verse 20. Thine eyes shall see thy teachers. And with wisdom and understanding, we try to do everything we can to provide you with the wisdom or the opportunity to receive salvation by learning the true name of the Lord, because it ain't no Yahweh, it ain't no Jehovah, and it ain't no Jesus. Okay? That's not them. Those names are based on Greek and Latin. Remember, this book are for Hebrew Israelites. Hebrew is different from Greek, which is different from Latin. Understand? People need to understand that. You don't get it. You think it's all the same. It's not. Okay? So our job is to expound on these biblical mysteries, okay, and give you the truth. Whether you will hear it or whether you will turn your back on it. Whether you will hear or forbear. Okay? That way you can't say when you receive judgment from the Lord that you didn't hear it. You can't say that because you saw one of his righteous men risking his life out there to tell you the truth to your face. I got all of these infallible biblical proofs in pictures all the way around here in case you can't read. Okay? I have even called thee by thy name. I have surnamed thee, though thou hast not known thee. Okay? So what we're doing, because a lot of our people don't know or understand who they are. Let me get something right quick. So like, let's get right. Let's go get Romans chapter 11. I think it's 11 verse 8. No. Right. Romans chapter 11 verse 7. What then? Israel hath not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election hath obtained it, and the rest were blinded. So what we're trying to do is to wake up the rest of the election, so this way we can get ready to go home. Okay? We're going to be caught up in the clouds with those that have passed on in Hamashiach first. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds and remain forever with the Lord. So shall we forever be with the Lord, right? It doesn't say anything about rapture in that, did it? It said caught up. It didn't say nothing about rapture. You see what I'm saying? I thought that was a chariot of the Lord, but I think it's a plane. Yeah, it's a plane. You can tell, you can see the wings from here. Yeah, I thought it was one of the chariots of the Lord flying slow over my head, you know. Anyway, Romans chapter 11 verse 8. According as it is written, the Most High hath given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear, unto this day. So 2/3 of our people are going to be cut off and die on this side because they refuse to hear the correction, right, with wisdom and understanding coming from those that have been afflicted, standing boldly before the face of these Edomite devils, telling them the truth to their face, right? So those individuals that reject the Lord is because they have been rejected. Right? Let's go get it. Romans, where was I at? Go back, select it. Romans chapter 11. We're going to go into mystery by definition. Mystery, right? Mysterion.
G3466.
Mustadion, right? Generally, a hidden thing, a secret, a mystery, a hidden thing. Generally, mysteries, religious secrets, confided only to the initiated and not to ordinary mortals. Okay? So, the only people that are going to get what I'm trying to say and understand it perfectly are the elect. Those that have been spiritually initiated, predestinated to receive that understanding by the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai himself. Everybody else gonna drive on by, stop by with their car and their truck, say Shalom, get out, say Shalom, scared to come over here and ask questions, scared to death. What are you scared of? All I'm gonna do is take the biblical scriptures and break it down so you can understand it. You can't go to pastors at these churches and get no understanding. They'll try to brush you off. They got what they needed. They got your tithes and offerings, so that's where they can pay their bills. They don't give a shit about your salvation. Fucking idiots. But you the ones keep going to church every goddamn Sunday. Then you wonder why we get pissed off. Then you wonder why we're angry all the time. Why we cuss at your dumb ass all the time. Because you keep doing the same shit over and over, hoping for a different result. That is the epitome or definition of insanity. Okay? You go to church every Sunday, the vulnerable day of the sun, a day that you're supposed to protest against worshiping on, as a Protestant, right? Calling yourself a Christian. If you're a Christian, you're a Protestant. If you're a Protestant, you're supposed to protest on Sunday against the church. But see, our people are hard-headed, stiff-necked, they're lazy. They don't want to know the truth because the truth hurts. And it reproves them from their, and rebukes them for their wickedness that they do all the time. Going to go get some goddamn blunt sticks. Go over here to the liquor store over here behind me to go get a drink. On Sunday, that vulnerable day of the sun that they worship on, these Christians. If you knew about Christianity and knew what it was about, you wouldn't be a fucking Christian. Ain't no way. You advocate for the people that murdered indigenous populations of people, men, women, and children without mercy in the name of Christianity, and then put a goddamn gun in your face and tell you you worship our God Jesus or we'll blow your fucking brains out. That's the history of these Edomites. Got the nerve to call somebody a savage. See? Mustidion, a hidden or secret thing not obvious to the understanding. A hidden purpose or counsel. The secret will of the Most High, Yahweh. The secret counsels which govern the Most High in dealing with the righteous, which are hidden from the ungodly and wicked men, but plain unto the godly and the righteous. Okay? So that's the mystery, okay, that doth already work. The mystery that doth already work is hiding who the Israelites are, hiding who they are from themselves. So this way, Esau, Edom, and the heathen nations can continue to rule over them with much wicked oppression, tariffs, taxes, taking all your money. You go to work just to pay them. You don't have any type of extra money for yourself to take your woman out to the movies. You're gonna take the kids to go buy some ice cream. You can't fucking afford it. Most of these people with all of these cars and trucks, brand new, they behind on car payments 2 or 3 months. Most of them that drive up and down these streets are in repossession as we speak, because they can't afford to pay taxes. Taxes go up. They can't afford to pay groceries. They got to throw cash lots to see if they're going to pay the rent. They're going to make a car payment and pay the car insurance or buy groceries for the fucking kids. Every 2 weeks. That's crazy. Okay? And you mean to tell me that you so in love with these Edomites and enamored in the brain with Stockholm Syndrome, and you love these Edomite devils, these Caucasians so much that you actually want them to oppress you with taxes and tariffs, where you have to make a fucking decision if you want to feed your family? You got to make a decision if you're gonna pay the rent. You got to make a decision if you're gonna pay taxes, if you're gonna make a car payment, and you got to decide which one it is. And you want these goddamn devils to continue to rule over you? That's insanity. You would think you've had enough. Even the so-called white people, they're sick and tired of their own goddamn government. And they voted for this orange-colored bastard. They voted for him. And now they ain't got no money. White privilege and white supremacy is disappearing right before their fucking eyes. And they pissed off about it. They doing it deliberately and on purpose. Donald Trump is doing that on purpose, so this way they would take to the streets and protest. That's what he wants them to do. That way he can declare martial law and come down here and shoot all you motherfuckers down in the street like a dog. That's the plan. I got a plan over there, the plan right there, the plan to silence dissent. All of these devils, man, that's all they do. They don't even know what the mark of the beast is. Here, look, read that. Read that. That's what the mark of the beast is. Why you taking pictures and shit? Stupid cow. You're supposed to do what God told you to do. Then you get mad when we tell you the truth to your face. Want to call the police on us. All we got is a Bible in our hand. We ain't got no fucking weapons. Really? Romans chapter 11, verse 9. And David said, let their table be made a snare and a trap and a stumbling block. Right? So when they read the Bible, they can't figure it out. They're confounded. All the time. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, they confounded. They can't figure it out. You try to tell the people the truth to their face, they can't handle it. The first thing they do is they jump off of their emotions. They don't use their brain. Let their table be made a snare and a trap and a stumbling block and a recompense unto them. So for our people being hard-headed and stiff-necked, being a scoffer and mocker, trying to debunk the Hebrew Israelites all the goddamn time, the Most High's got a recompense, which means payback for them. Okay? And that payback is going to jump off during Jacob's trouble. He will not come to their aid. They're going to call on Jesus Christ. blonde-haired, blue-eyed white man. Edomite devil. They're going to call on this punk. That ain't his name. The name of the Lord, his name is Yahweh Shai. His name ain't no fucking Jesus, and he's a Negro. He's a so-called black man. He ain't no fucking cracker. But 2/3 of our people believe that he's a cracker with long flowing hair because the white man say so. Right? See, that's the madness of our people. And they go to church every Sunday worshiping this dead, blonde-haired, blue-eyed, homosexual white man, Cicero Borgia, every Sunday, okay? And they worship this devil, not knowing that he had sex with his sister, right? Not knowing that he murdered his own brother, not knowing he died from a sexually transmitted fucking disease. Every Sunday, they worship this dead white man. The son of the Most High God, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, is a Negro from the tribe of Judah. He is a Hebrew Israelite. The word Negro is a mistransliteration of the word Hebrew. Okay? They got it from the word Hebo. Okay? That's what's happening. We tell the truth to your face, you act like you can't handle it. Lose your mind. Romans chapter 11, verse 10. Let their eyes be darkened that they may not see, and bow down their back our ways. Right? And who does that for the most part? Scoffers, mockers, walking after their own lust, saying, since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were, even from the beginning. Right? So they get on TikTok, make all these TikTok videos, calling themselves debunking the Hebrew Israelites. The Most High says right here in the book of Romans chapter 11, he has a recompense to them. It has become a stumbling block. Their stumbling block is they can't get over the fact of John 3:16. And the Gentiles, that's the stumbling block for every Christian. Because they don't understand who the Gentiles are. They don't understand who their enemy is. Okay? That's the reason why they're going to get cut off on this side. Destroyed by the Spirit of the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai when he gets here. And the bodies of these Edomite devils that wants to kill him any goddamn way. You know, hey, I apologize for cussing. Ah, yeah, that's right, I'm supposed to have more tact. I apologize. Let me see if I can trim my way to seek love, right? Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 33, right? See? No, we're not saying that, brother. We're just saying that, oh, there's a certain way things need to be done. Man, move around. That's all you got to do, okay? Because I'm going to tell the truth as the way that the Holy Spirit is on me to tell it. You tell it the Holy Spirit the way the Holy Spirit is on you to tell it. I'm not careful about my words. I use appropriate words all the time. That's the way in my neighborhood, where I was raised at, how to talk to folks. That's how we so-called niggas talk to each other. Okay? We try to speak respectfully to each other. They think that's fighting words. Everything's fucking upside down and backwards around here. Well, I don't think it's like that all the time, everywhere. Maybe so. But this is the way I'm gonna push it. Okay? You shouldn't even be mad about that. At least I'm trying. A lot of people out there, they debunking the word by any means necessary. Don't care. See? They go to church every Sunday, worship a dead white man with long flowing hair. See? That's what they do. Romans chapter 11, verse 11. I say then, have they stumbled that they should fall? The Most High forbid. But rather through their fall, salvation has come unto the Gentiles for to provoke them to jealousy. And the Gentiles are the uncircumcised Israelite foreigners that have been scattered, as it says in Ezekiel 11 and 16. Okay, because of our continued disobedience and not keeping his law, statutes, and commandments. We've been scattered through the transatlantic slave trade into every country. So since by generation and generation and generation of these generational curses of Deuteronomy chapter 28, blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, through the reverse triangular slave trade and the triangular slave trade, come back after 3 or 4 generations looking like the heathen nations in which we were scattered to. So the message has been sent to the 4 corners of the earth to them. These are the Gentiles. The Israelites that know that they're Israelites, and now today, right, are these Amalekite Khazars that call themselves the JOOs and are not, but do lie. They lie about it, right? They're gonna put out another movie about the goddamn Holocaust in 1945, right? About the creation of Auschwitz and those other concentration camps where they were euthanizing people with gas, where they were euthanizing people starvation. Right? Now, some of them people may have been Jews, but I do believe that there were some other individuals with copper colored skin that were also thrown in the mix. Okay? People don't get that, I forgot, Adolf Schugengruber, aka Adolf Hitler, okay, knew who the Hebrew Israelites of the Holy Bible were. And we're putting an end with a great slaughter to the imposters. Okay? And those people have been riding that bullshit for years. In 1933 to 1938, 2 or 3 years before World War II started, there was an account of only 3.5 to 4.5 million Jews on the entire motherfucking planet. Okay? On the entire planet. So how can there be 6 million JOOs, right, that were euthanized in these goddamn concentration camps in World War II? It's impossible. And these people have been telling a goddamn lie for that long. Okay, 80 years. The man David Ben-Gurion, that motherfucker was an atheist. And he was the one that set up the state of Israel. Israel is a people before it's a place. It's a nation of people. It is not a state. Okay? That's another clue that these people have been telling you a goddamn lie, man. Okay? Those people over there are imposters. There should never been, if there was supposed to be a state of Israel, it would say it in the Bible. Right? It says the Israelites are people before it's a place. They were all supposed to be pilgrims. Okay, on the site of Aruna, the Jebusite, that site where the temple was built was purchased by King David. See, they're not telling you all these details. That's our job. Standing boldly before the face of these goddamn animalistic, bloodthirsty, blood-shedding animals, these Edomites, standing boldly before their face, that afflict us with oppression. So like I said before earlier in the video, the CIA and the FBI have been watching us. So what? So, you bastards are going to try to put us in jail anyway. For nothing. Or threaten our job and our livelihood. We're stacked to start with when we came out here to preach, dude. Okay? All we're doing is telling you the truth to your face. Those people over there are not the chosen people of the Lord. They've been telling you a lie for 80 years. The people of the Lord have been scattered into all nations. The narrative of the Bible does not change. Malachi chapter 3 verse 6. I am the Lord thy God, I change not. Therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. And Jacob, his name was changed to Israel by the Most High God himself that came down and met Jacob by the way. This is what we keep trying to tell you to your face, but you don't get it. And the people that don't understand that they're Israelites at this time and juncture in time and space are going to be left here and melted. Okay? What I mean by that is the human body made from the dust of the earth is made from elements of the periodic table. The great fervent heat in 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 10 is great fervent heat from nuclear war. Donald Trump is already talking about nuclear war. So the people that are going to be left here are those scoffers and mockers that I said earlier in 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 4. Ever since the fathers fell asleep, everything continued as it were, even from the beginning. Right? Scoffers and mockers. People are trying to debunk. Apologetics. What do you call them? Apologetics. Vocab Malone. Dr. James Brown, or John Brown, David Brown, whatever his goddamn name is. James White, the Edomite. All these different individuals doing everything they can to debunk the Lord, to debunk his word concerning the Israelites that he chose from the foundation of the earth. See? But they won't tell you that. They ain't gonna tell you that. Ain't gonna happen. They ain't never gonna tell you the truth. Because once you know the truth, you're gonna go back to doing what you were told. Like I said in 1 Kings chapter 8, verse 46 through 51, where King Solomon blessed the temple that he had built in place of King David, and said, if his people return unto the Lord with their whole heart and seek his face and repent from their sins and their wickedness, then the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah will hear from on heaven, forgive them for their sins and iniquities, and stand up for their cause, which is to receive eternal salvation. Right? So those evangelical Christians down the street and these goddamn Catholics are telling a lie. The Bible itself tells you, like it tells you in 2 Timothy, chapter 2, verse 15, right? Study to show thyself approved unto the Most High, a workman that need not be ashamed, rightly dividing the words of truth. And the only way you can rightly divide the words of truth is that you need a teacher. Okay, let's go to Romans 10. Romans 10, chapter 11, Salakia. Verse 13. For whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. Well, you have to know the name of the Lord. It's not Jesus. The letter J was created 501 years ago in 1524 by John Trusino. Well, if the man, do the math. Do the math. If the man that was crucified over 2,000 years ago, that leaves a gap of 1,500 years, his name wasn't no fucking Jesus Christ. So what was his name? See, we do the research. We got to find out what's going on. These Edomite devils don't want you to know. That's the reason why we stand boldly before the face of these goddamn animals that have afflicted us with oppression, slavery, captivity, murder, debate, deceit. See? That's the reason why we stand up as teachers, filled with wisdom and understanding from on high, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, through his Holy Spirit, the Rahabra Kakwadash. Right? That's the real Hebrew. You just heard it. It ain't that Yiddish bullshit. Dutch, German, French. That's Yiddish. That's not Hebrew. That's not how the words were pronounced. See? Anybody from the Islamic countries of Iraq and Iran can tell you that. But they white man tell you to your face that they're terrorists. They ain't no fucking terrorists. The only terrorists are the motherfuckers that go from country to country, destroying natural resources and killing men, women, and children for nothing. Romans chapter 10, verse 15, for whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. Verse 14, how then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? How is that going to work? Right? Okay. How shall they believe in him in whom they have not heard? A lot of our people haven't heard the name of Yahweh. They haven't heard the name of Yahweh Shai. That's the reason why we make these video epistles. Okay? That's the reason why we come out here. We tell you what the mark of the beast is. The MOTB. The micro C here. Okay? We tell you that it's the Elon Musk brain chip. Remember, the mark of the beast is in your forehead or in your right hand. They're going to force people to take it. When they shut off the water, when they shut off the power, okay, people are going to be looking for food, sustenance, kicking each other's door in. Like it says in 2nd Ezra, let's get it. Then I'll go back to Romans. Second Ezra, chapter 15, verse 14. Let's start there. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. One people shall stand up to fight against another with swords in their hands. The only people that can fight with swords in their hands, the sword, the modern day sword, is the gun. You got all these people out here with AR-15s, pistols, all these different things, right? Flies out here, fleas, whatever. Sorry about that. Okay. Got all that stuff going on, man. Don't make any sense. But they got the sword. That's the blessing of these Edomite devils. Right? Esau, Edom had the blessing of the sword. He would have the fatness of the earth, the dew of heaven from above, and to live by the sword. And when he has the dominion, he would break his brother's yoke from off his neck. His yoke, the yoke was broken off his neck under Ben-Hadad, one of King Solomon's sons, by one of them Edomite women. Okay? That broke off. Right? That broke off, and their belief system from under King Solomon, after King Solomon had went to worshiping false gods and idols. You see what I'm saying? So King Solomon, before his death, you don't have problems in his kingdom. Right? Different issues and whatnot. Anyway, Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. So they're going to be breaking in each other's houses, looking for something to eat, like I said. Right? They shall not regard their kings nor princes. So they're not going to understand, or they're not going to pay attention to what the mayor or the police chief or what martial law is trying to tell them. These people are still going to go from house to house trying to find canned goods, water, any type of sustenance that they can. You see what I'm saying? Doing it deliberately and on purpose. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. See? So, how the course of their actions is going to stand in their power? 911 is going to be offline. Ain't going to be no police to call. Who you going to call? There ain't nobody to call. Ghostbusters? You can't call the police. The police are already at home trying to take care of their own neighborhood, trying to protect their family from the coming onslaught of wickedness and madness and insanity. That's what they're going to do. Shit, you can't blame them. You see what I'm saying? A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. The only way a man will not be able to go to any city, martial law. They have choke points at every street corner. Checking your papers, checking your digital ID. You know, checking your the mark of the beast, RFID chip, to see if you got one. If you ain't got one, you'll be ordered at gunpoint to pull over so they can chip your ass on the spot. And if you don't, they'll have a guillotine right there. If there are 30,000 guillotines in the United States and over 4.5 billion rounds of hollow point ammunition, who the fuck do you think the government's going to use it on? That's the reason why he incited the Insurrection Act. Donald Trump did on January the 20th when he got inaugurated. That was the first thing he did, was he enacted the Sedition Act of the Enemies Aliens Act of 1798. That's the Insurrection Act. Right? Sedition. What does the Bible say about this? For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. See? So all that's going to be against what the Most High has already set up. But everything is going to fall in the order of what the Most High God had set up. Because you have to think about it. You have the God of this world, that is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man with long flowing hair like a bitch. Any other white dude with long flowing hair, okay, can be this Jesus cross punk bitch. Any other Edomite devil with long flowing hair and a beard is Jesus cross walking down the street. Okay? Come on, man. These people hate us. They know that we are the children of Israel. They want us destroyed from off the face of the earth, man. That's just the bottom line. See, they're not telling you the truth to your face, man. They don't want you to know nothing. That's the reason what's going to bring the sedition. People are going to be looking for the prophets. They're on these street corners risking their lives and their freedom to tell you the truth to your face. They're going to be looking for us. They ain't going to be able to find us nowhere. Right? Hopefully, Adawan Ratazah, Lord willing, we'll be already caught up in the clouds with them in the air. Adawan Ratazah, Lord will. Right? For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. How is the city going to be troubled? Martial law. Invasion of one another's private property. Kicking your door in at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the fucking morning looking for something to eat. everybody's on 911. 911 is going to be either offline or they ain't going to be to answer your telephone call. The only people that don't know how to survive off the land are these so-called white folks. I call them so-called because they're not white. White and black are social constructs. They were created to make us unnoticeable by the world, right? And since Esau Edom had run the world, he's whatever we say he says we are, right? And 2/3 of our people go right along with that shit and bow down up underneath it. They don't study to show themselves approved. We know we don't have any power over this devil, okay? We know that. But the point I'm trying to make is we're doing the best we can to keep his commandments until he gets here. The law's never been done away with. That's another lie about Christianity. That's another lie. They've been telling lies so long, they actually believe their own bullshit. That Jesus is gonna float down from heaven and save them, right? And leave everybody else here. You got a belief system called Mormonism that says that individuals with dark, swarthy, Moorish-like copper-colored skin is the curse of Cain. That's the goddamn lie that they've been telling. They've been pushing that so long, they actually believe it. Actually, the opposite is true. Because the only people on the face of the earth that don't have any vitamin D in their skin are the Caucasians, the cave dweller. You see, everybody else has a solar plexus. Those Edomites have a lunar plexus. There's a difference. That's what makes them have no conscience. They're wicked straight out of the womb. Like it tells you in Psalms 58:3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Who called them the wicked? Malachi chapter 1, verse 3. Let's go get it. I'll break it down for you. Fuck it. Malachi chapter 1, verse 3. And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I shall throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. So the Most High God called these people the border of wickedness, as it is written, Romans 9:13. Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. You know, check this out. This is the second time this dude done came over this SUV right here. Y'all see it? Wow, I guess. But anyway, that's all good. Here it come now. It's all good. But check it out. Right. Shalom. What's going on?
Hey, you got a card or something?
No, I don't deal with cards. I'm out here every Sunday, Lord willing.
Yes, sir.
Okay, between the hours of 11 and 3:30.
11 and 2:30.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You got any classes or anything?
As far as any classes, they're online.
Online. What's
Okay.
your YouTube handle?
Okay, the YouTube handles that I want you to go to is called Remnant Save 144. That's one of my teachers. Okay. GMS Amawan Abad.
Okay, 144?
Yeah.
Okay.
Subscribe.
Yes, sir. I'll do that right now.
Okay. Go to
GMS?
GMS Amawan Abad. AHMAWAN Abad.
144?
144. Subscribe.
I'll do it right now.
GMS South Carolina 08. GMS South Carolina 08. No spaces. Subscribe. South Carolina 08. 08. Subscribe. Okay. Mysteries of the Kingdom, the trilogy. Mysteries of the Kingdom. Just type it in, Mysteries of the Kingdom. And it should come up. It's got the brother in there. Of the Kingdom, the trilogy. You got to be specific because of this algorithm trying to stop people from finding our videos. The trilogy. T-R-I. Okay. Subscribe. Okay. All right. Shalom. Shalom, brother. Okay. That's from the tribe of Issachar, y'all. Look, see the fridge that's on his pants leg? Y'all missed it. But yeah, that's the second time he came over here. He wanted to come over here early, but I guess he didn't have courage. Then he just worked up the courage to come on over. It's like, man, I'm not trying to cuss you out or nothing. You know, I know you my people. If you come over here peaceably and you're trying to find out how to learn, how to be an Israelite, what you need to do, I'm going to tell you where to go. Okay? You know, thine eyes shall see thy teachers. I'm not as good a teacher as the individuals whose information I gave him to. Because those individuals have been in the truth over 10 years, right? I just got here like 3 or 4 years ago, okay? Real shit. So I'm trying to do what I can in order to receive salvation for me and my people. You know what I mean? Because the Most High said he's only coming back for a few. He's only coming back for the elect. And like it says in Ezekiel 18, a man is only going to be saved by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed. Uh-oh, that's wrong scripture, but okay. Okay. Sorry about that, but that was a misprint, whatever. I misspoke as far as Ezekiel 18. That's about, you know, different individuals where they got to pay for the sins of their fathers. They no longer have to do that. Individuals have to pay for their own sins. You don't have to pay for the sin of your father, what he did, and then you pay for it. You pay for your sins, your father pays for his sins, mother paid for her sins, the daughter paid for her sins. All because of what the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua had done by sending his only begotten son to separate everything and separate everybody and to separate the righteous from the wicked, right? To separate the tares from the wheat, right? Because the tares were sown in amongst us. So you're going to always have spies. You're always going to have individuals that are trying to debunk us, scoffers and mockers. These are the tares. Okay, but they're also individuals that have been intermingling with our people to where you have black Edomites, so-called black Edomites. You got Edomites, dark skinned, look like an African, but their great-great-granddaddy is an Edomite, a Caucasian, right? Because the great-great-grandmother was raped during slavery by that Edomite, and that baby came out light-skinned and married a dark-skinned woman. His daddy was Edomite. That baby comes out, okay, darker yet still, but his daddy is brown, but his daddy was still an Edomite. You see what I'm saying? Then that copper-colored individual, a brown-skinned individual, marries another dark-skinned woman. Okay, that baby come out darker skinned, but their great-granddaddy was still an Edomite. See? These are the tares. And you must know the difference between righteousness, the good, the righteous, and the wicked. And be able to discern between him that serveth the Most High and him that serveth him not. Malachi chapter 3, verse 18. And the only people that are trying to willingly find out how to properly serve the Lord, how to properly do it, are those individuals like you saw a young man from the tribe of Issachar that just left in his truck. Okay? He seemed sincere enough. I told him where to go, right? And subscribe. That way, every time they make a video, he'll get that information. You see what I'm saying? And he'll be able to write down and take down notes, right? And learn how to follow the commandments. Learn how to follow the Most High. See, my job is done for the day because that's what I was supposed to do, to find individuals like himself like the little brother from Issachar that was sincere in his word. I hope he was sincere. He had fringes on his pants. Okay? He had fringes on his pants. He was all nice and clean cut. You know what I'm saying? He asked me, I told him, didn't you? Y'all heard it in the background. I should have turned around. You know, but I tried to show it, but the deal on my phone was blocked. And I forgot to, I should have turned the damn, I'm sorry. Next time, if Lord willing, send me somebody else that's sincerity and in truth, that wants to know what the reason why I'm out here, I'll take more time and break everything down on these signs and break down the biblical scriptures as best of my ability and answer any questions you got. She got, they got, whatever. Okay, I'm simply going to teach what I was taught by the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and other righteous men. That's all I can do. You see what I'm saying? Anyway, so as far as the wicked is concerned, Job chapter 9 verse 24 states that the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. So if the earth, if the Caucasian white man are being, that they're the wicked, like it says in the book of Malachi chapter 1 verse 4, the border of wickedness, right? So they're the wicked, and the Most High give the earth into the hand of whomsoever He will, like it says in Daniel chapter 4 verse 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers, by the demand, by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it into the hand of whomsoever He will, and setteth up over it the basis of men. Daniel chapter 4 verse 17. So the Most High God in heaven, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, gave the earth into the hands of these Edomite Caucasians to rule the world with much wicked oppression. Did it deliberately and on purpose for the punishment of the Israelites. So this way they would be the hand of His, or the sword, or the weapon, or the rod of His indignation against His people that are currently doing wickedness and evil in His sight. You see what I'm saying? That's the reason why they continually be oppressed with white privilege, white supremacy. Like I said before, white and black are social constructs. You know, they were created in in 1681. At the same time, Jesus Christ was pushed on those individuals that they call black, who are the Israelites, the tribe of Gad, the North American Indians, the tribe of Reuben, the Seminole Indians, the Negroes, the tribe of Judah, right? The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is He? Where and who is He then? Okay, somebody's got to be the wicked, like the Bible says. And the only person, the people that fit that narrative, are the Caucasians, the devil the Bible speaks of. They poison the air with chemtrails. They poison the ocean with oil slicks, nets, hooks. They clean the ocean bottom floor of kale and sell it in the market. That was supposed to be a filter to keep the ocean floor clean. They make a delicacy. See what I mean? They do this punk shit on purpose. Okay? Anyway, they clean up all of the shrimp, all of the crab, all of the lobster. Those are the vacuum cleaners of the ocean floor. But they make a delicacy at a goddamn fast food restaurant for it. Then you wonder why the ocean is dirty and you can't see the bottom. No matter where you were in the world, you would be able to see the bottom of the ocean. The oceans were clean. until Esau Edom took over. Greedy bastard. Creating oil slicks in the middle of the ocean. Oil refineries and oil rigs. Having oil spills all the time. They poison the air and the chemtrails rain in the ocean, and that poison the fish eat and breathe. Why do you think they're having whales and sharks beaching themselves, literally committing suicide? Right? So nobody else does this but Esau Edom, the so-called white man. He makes fast food restaurants out of all of this unclean foods. Right? And these Edomites think that shit's tasty. Then they wonder why they die at a young age. They can't get to 100 years old. They die at 60, 75. Right? Now, if you get over 70, which is 70 years, that's a ripe old age, and anything over that is all nothing but pain and sorrow, like it says in the biblical scripture. Right? But like it says in Psalm 73, these devils don't have nothing to worry about. Let's go read about white privilege and white supremacy. Right? Psalm 73. Psalm 73, verse 1. Truly the Most High is good to Israel, even to such as are of a clean heart. But as for me, my feet were almost gone. My steps had well nigh slipped. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. This is some of the characteristics of Esau Edom, the so-called white man. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. Right? White privilege. Right? They don't know how to survive. They've come to expect. They expect a check every month. They expect a fat paycheck every month. Now you see on TikTok videos all the time. The vast majority of the so-called white man bitching and whining and complaining because they ain't got no food enough to feed their family. They can't take their wife out to eat. After this summer, they're really gonna feel it. Nationwide. They're gonna have more layoffs. Okay? They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. How are they plagued? How are the other men plagued? With oppression. The police. Racism. Driving while black. Crossing the street while black. Right? Police will pull you over walking down the fucking street and give you a ticket and say you were jaywalking. Therefore pride compassed them about as a chain, violence covered them as a garment. So they got a chain around their neck of violence, and bloodshed covered them like a garment. Everybody's scared of these Edomite devils because of the privilege and supremacist ideology that they set up for themselves when they took over this country from people that had no ability to fight back. Godless goddamn devils. Then you wonder why, Ned, when they lose their house in the suburb, the first place they come for refuge is to the so-called black neighborhood and start buying up properties with the money they got left. This is the most so-called white people I've ever seen in this neighborhood in my fucking life. That lets me know that they're losing that supremacy and that ideology. They're losing. Psalms chapter 73, verse 7, Salakia. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. They are corrupt. They speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. They're proud with the chest stuck out. Oh, I'm proud to be an American. Oh, I'm proud of Donald Trump. I'm just going to wait and see what he says next. When he comes with them Gurga troops and put your ass in a FEMA camp, you'll change your mind then. By that time, it'll be too late. That son of a bitch is a puppet. He does what he's supposed to do by the World Economic Forum. They pull his strings. He's best friend with Clown Slob. Clown Slob is a CEO of the World Economic Forum, the World Health Organization, the Club of Rome, the Bilderberger Group, the Freemason Society. They're doing this bullshit on purpose. Donald Trump was not put there to make America great again. He was put there to destroy America from within. Crash the economy, force you to beg, cut the water off and the electricity, force martial law, and force you to take the mark of the beast. That's the fucking plan. And then when we tell you, we lying. You don't know what you're talking about. Until it happens, then you want to try to seek us out, try to find us. You ain't gonna be able to find us. They're gonna put the famine of the word out, make it illegal to preach on street corners. Right? Make it illegal to preach at church. They're gonna do the shit deliberately and on purpose. Everybody's gonna suffer. Like it says in 2nd Ezra, chapter 15. There shall be sedition among men and invading one another. 2nd Ezra chapter 15 verse 14 ain't lying. 16 ain't none of it's telling a lie. These are all the things that are about to transpire on the earth in your face in real time. It will no longer be prophecy. They set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walketh out through the earth. Right? Verse 11, Psalm 73, verse 11. And they say, how doth God know? And is there knowledge in the Most High? Behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches. And the only people that have been increasing in riches for 500 years are the Edomites. The Caucasian white man. Caucasian, by definition, means cave dweller. They make fun of themselves with the Geico caveman commercials, selling life insurance. Another means to take your money. Scoffing and mocking. You had a couple that just drove past here that looked like terrorists, mad and pissed off because their parents are white. Right? It all goes back to the seed line of your father. Like it says in Numbers chapter 1, verse 18. It doesn't matter who your mama is, because she's just a vessel for you to bust her nut in. That's her punishment. The pain of childbirth. She has no other reason other to be on earth but to bust a nut and make babies. That's it. That's her punishment from God, from the Garden of Eden. Woman ain't supposed to stand up in no pulpit and preach at nobody. How the fuck does that work? If it wasn't for the woman, we would all be immortal. Wouldn't have never had a reason to be a Cain and Abel. If it was, then Cain would not have the mark put on him by the Lord, which took all of his melanin. That mark that was put on Cain is called vitiligo. If you don't know what vitiligo is, Google it. Push images, and it will show you pictures of the curse of Cain. Okay? So this way you would know exactly who Cain was. Because Cain had melanin back then. Now the clean lepers are these Caucasian Edomite devils. They're clean lepers. To have no melanin in your skin is leprosy of the skin. To have blonde hair is leprosy of the hair follicle. It tells you that in the book of Leviticus and the book of Numbers, which is part of the Torah. Okay? Having blonde hair, blue eyes, red hair, green eyes, halo eyes is leprosy of the eye. If it wasn't leprosy, why does the Bible describe Esau the day he was born, but it didn't describe what his brother looked like? There was no need to describe what his brother looked like because his brother looked like everybody else on the earth at that time, who were dark-skinned people. Esau Edom was the only aberration. He was the only standout on the entire fucking planet. Nobody else looked like him at all. So Cain and Abel came back in the reincarnation as Jacob and Esau, the sons of Isaac, the son of promise, promised to Abraham and Sarai, his mother, by an angel of the Lord. See, they're not telling you that. They don't tell you that at church because you wouldn't come back to church. You go and read it for yourself. Then you'd Google some stuff in there and go down the rabbit hole like I did. And then everything becomes unraveled. Everything that you believed in, everything that you've been eating, every goddamn thing comes apart. You start to look at these so-called white people in a different light. Real fucking quick. And they talk shit about we're teaching hate. These motherfuckers been pushing hate since the word came out. You go to other people's country, steal their natural resources, put them on a goddamn reservation in their own country, and then call them a goddamn criminal. Right? But we're preaching hate. That's the truth. Check history. When you do a background check on Esau Edom, you find comes back he's the devil the Bible speaks of. But only a devil would steal something from somebody after they try to be peaceable with them, stab them in the back, give their women sexually transmitted diseases, put them on the Trail of Tears, send them down the goddamn street, give them blankets, using biological warfare with smallpox, influenza, mononucleosis, right? That's biological warfare. So the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai has a plan to destroy these devils from off the face of the earth using the means that they created for themselves, for their security, peace and security, their salvation, thermonuclear weapons. The Most High is going to burn these motherfuckers off the face of the earth. 2/3 of our people are going to follow in behind him, behind Stockholm Syndrome. Stockholm Syndrome is when the captives have fallen in love with their slave master. They want to be white. They want to wear a blonde wig. Right? They want to wear blue-eyed contacts. They want to bleach their skin. This is a mental disease, Stockholm Syndrome, where you're so in love, enamored by your slave master, you want to be your slave master. So the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is going to destroy these devils from off the face of the earth and make them push the button on themselves. Read that. Why do you think Donald Trump put and Elon Musk run the country and run the world together? This motherfucker's assistant president to the United States. Ain't never been an assistant president. Okay? Then you got Doge, right? Doge was like the Pope over a king, right? And most of the power was given to the Pope, right? Which became an amalgamation of church and state. Now, under this amalgamation of church and state, they'll be able to do whatever they want to do. Come against you, kill your kids in the street, shoot you in the back, put you in jail for nothing, call you a criminal. But the true criminals are the people that stole these lands. Everywhere they go, they steal. Like it says in John chapter 10, verse 10, the devil cometh not but for to steal, kill, and to destroy. Roughly paraphrased. Or the thief cometh not but for to steal, kill, and to destroy. Nobody feels sitting there but the white folks. What the hell? That's all they've ever done since they took power. During the Renaissance period, the rebirth of the Roman Empire, the empire of the Edomites. That was the rebirth of Rome. But they won't tell you that. Psalms chapter 73, verse 16. When I thought to know this, it was too painful for me until I went into the sanctuary of Yahweh, then understood I therein. So the little sanctuary in which the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai would send us, okay, are these groups of men. Like Sir Isaac Newton said, about the times of the end, there shall arise a body of men that shall insist upon the biblical prophecies amongst much clamor and opposition. Right? Voltaire says, in the time of universal deceit, telling the truth becomes a revolutionary act. Right? So they call us domestic teens, right? For preaching out of a Bible? How the fuck does that work? But this is Esau Edom and his narrative. That's what he's gonna push in order to push the famine of the word. Let's get it. Amos chapter 8, verse 11. Yep, they built scripture, so what? Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord and shall not find it. The only way this is going to happen is Esau isn't shutting down the internet. The only way they'll be able to do that is shut down the power. Once they shut down the power grid, you ain't got no power, you ain't got no running water. All the food that you got in the deep freezer and the refrigerator is going to spoil, right? You got to go and buy a grill. You go to the store to buy a grill so you can cook all your food up, eat up as much as you can, right? Before it spoils. You get to the store, there's nothing there. Suddenly, like it says in 2 Ezra chapter 6, verse 24, and suddenly shall the full storehouses suddenly be found empty. And the full storehouses are these grocery stores. Walmart, Costco, Sam's Club, right? Dillon's, Kroger. One day you're gonna go to these stores, there's nothing gonna be on the fucking shelf. Because people under hyperinflation are gonna get scared and buy what's left. And then they get mad, pissed off about it. You see what I'm saying? Leave that bullshit church around there alone and study this Bible for yourself. Like it tells you in Isaiah chapter 34, verse 16, seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read, where none of these shall fail. And those that will not fail are the biblical prophecies that we insist upon their literal interpretation. See, Christians don't like prophecy because that's going to excise most of them Edomites the fuck out of it. Because if you go back to the biblical prophecies consist of Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the services of the Most High and the promises. The law, statutes, and commandments were given to those that he brought out with a strong hand out of the hand of Egypt, out of the house of bondage, out of the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt. That's the reason why Yahushua said that he came to save the whole house of Israel. No one else. And the Israelites consist of Negroes, Latinos, Mexicans, Tainos, and Native Americans. Okay? Now, don't get me wrong, because of the transatlantic slave trade and other captivities that we've been in for thousands of years, our bloodline is intermingled with that of the heathen nations. So when it says in Galatians chapter 3, verse 28, there's neither Jew nor Greek, where it says in Romans chapter 11, verse 5, I think it is, there's neither Jew nor Greek. They're talking about the Israelite foreigners, the Gentiles that have been scattered amongst those heathen nations that live like Gentiles. The only people that would pertain to that today would be the so-called black people that have woken up to who they are and go back to practicing the righteous acts. Not just them, but also other individuals in other countries. You have Israelites that look like white guys, but their bloodline goes back to their great-great-grandfather, come from a Negro, or a Latino, or a Taino, or a Native American Indian, right? And all the people that I just spoke about have melanin or they're dark skin. Okay? The reason why the Latinos, for the most part, are light skinned for the most part, okay, is because they've been constantly raped, generation after generation after generation, and intermingling their seed in with the heathen women of those nations. That's the reason when you look at the so-called Hispanics, they look like white people. That's the reason why the so-called, and they did that on purpose, to separate the so-called Latinos and Mexicans from the blacks, right? So-called. and have them fight against each other. See? These devils know what they're doing, man. And all they're doing is following Bible prophecy. Long as you keep the children of Israel fighting against one another, they will continue to have rulership over us, because we will continue to sin in the eyes of the Lord. That's part of the curse of Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy chapter 28. Verse 44, he shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. So the Israelites are the tail right now. Okay, we're at the bottom. We have to come to this devil and want of all things. Let's get it. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. Okay? That's the reason why. We're at the bottom. We're the tail. Because all of our people say the law's done away with, so they could continue to do wickedness, smoke weed, have sex with his brother's wife, have sex with his sister's husband. You know what I'm saying? Partake in more acts. You know, men with men, burning their lust one towards another, receiving in themselves that recompense of their error. That's error. Two men being together, punching each other's fucking virgin. That's error, man. But Esau Edom passed the goddamn law saying it's okay for that shit for them to marry, two men to get married and adopt children? Come on now. They're pushing wickedness just because they have the ability to push it. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. That's how you're going to know who the Israelites are. Poor, broken, held down in derision. A proverb of reproach. Right? Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck, until he have destroyed thee. That's the reason why we're the tail. We're at the bottom, because we wouldn't keep his commandments. He only gave the commandments to one people. He didn't give the commandments to everybody on the earth. See? So that's the reason why we're at the bottom. We ain't got nothing. And we got to come to these Edomites for whatever we want. Judgment from the Lord. That's more judgment from the Lord. The Lord is judging everybody nowadays, boy. I mean, that's what he's doing. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth. Right? Where are the Caucasus Mountains located? In the Ukraine. Where these words were written, where were we located? In Israel, our homeland. Okay? You have imposters pretending to be us. Claiming that the goddamn Nazis, more Edomites, were destroying their asses. Right? So they get mad at us. Pissed off. Well, we're going to shut you down because you know too much. Right? That's all it's about. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God, with joyfulness and gladness of heart for the abundance of all things, therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst, and in nakedness and in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron around upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. The only people that fit that description are us. Okay? That's the reason why it says in the book of Zechariah, chapter 12, okay, he's going to set up the tents of Judah first. And Judah consists of Negroes. Okay? So that's what he's going to do. And these devils are mad and pissed off because of it. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. And when these devils came to the west coast of Africa, as we were being sold unto the Grecians by the Hamites, okay, to pick us up from the shipping ports of Tyre and Sidon, okay, during the transatlantic slave trade, we couldn't speak the language of English, Dutch, French, Spanish, okay? We couldn't speak the language. We spoke Hebrew, the Lashawan Kodash, right? Salakia. Zephaniah chapter 3 verse 9. For then will I turn to the people a pure language, that they may all call upon the name of the Lord to serve him with one consent. So the only way that we're going to be able to do this successfully is to be saved by the Lord. And those that are going to be saved must learn the name of Yahweh and of the name of his son, Yahweh Shai. Okay? These are Hebrew names. These are not names made up. And we believe that by faith. The substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Besides, we went into the Assyrian script Hebrew without the vowel points and found the name of Yahweh and of the name of Yahweh Shai. Then we went either further research, we went also even further into the Lashawan Kodash and found out on the Lost Lunar Stone in Arizona. Right? It's got the name of the Lord, Yahweh, big as life, carved in it. Right? If you go over to Moab's country in China, okay, you have the Moabite stone that has the name of the Lord in it. Okay, set apart from the Chinese characters. Okay? So the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai scattered us into all nations. The earth has only 12 to 13,000 years old. That's it. Deuteronomy 28 and 50. a nation of fierce countenance. Because every time you get looking at a white man, he looking all mad and pissed off like he want to kill you all the goddamn time. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? They got Yahuwah. Okay? They got Yahuwah. That's not his name. There are no vowel points in the Assyrian script Hebrew. I mean, there are now, but there's none in the Lashawan Kodash. There ain't no vowel points there. Like I said earlier in the video, Yah, Ha, Wah, Ha. Yahweh. Name of his son, Yah, Ha, Wah, Shai. Yahweh Shai. Okay? Hell, it's even on the back. I mean, what's really going on, man? People coming by here, but at least they're awake. They know that they're Israelites. And like it says in Isaiah chapter 30, verse 20, and though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers. Right? So they know that we're out here teaching the word of the truth, the gospel, the good news to our people. No one else. And the young man who drove past here, he knows for a fact that he's an Israelite, or else he would not have tried to mention the Lord's name, whether it was a mistransliteration or not. Okay? Probably a Yah Israelite, more than likely. Verse 21, and thine eyes shall hear a word behind thee saying, this is the way, walk ye in it. When you turn to the right, or when you turn to the left. Right? In other words, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. Right? So if you keep his commandments to the best of your ability, you're not going to go to the right-hand side or to the left. You see what I'm saying? You're going to stay on the straight and narrow path and do the best you can. Right? That is by biblical instruction. Besides, like it says in Job chapter 33, verse 14, the Lord controls your actions. Every night that you go to sleep on your bed, he whispers in your ear your instruction for the next day. You see what I mean? Okay, he whispers in the ears of instruction of the other people around you. There's no free will. There never was. Okay, you're doing exactly what the Most High wants. Or why do you go to church and say that the Most High is omnipotent, but then you say at the same time that angel got pissed off and decided to fight against him? That's bullshit. That's an oxymoron. It doesn't make any sense. You know, the little red truck right there with the tire on the back of it back there, motherfucker flipped me off like that. Right? Just to prove we can. Verse 22, these are all the things what you would do after you become an Israelite and you rehearse the righteous acts, right? Like it's found in Judges chapter 5, verse 11. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 22. You shall defile also the covering of thy graven images. For example, see that? Okay, this is the covering of the graven images. Okay? Is this not a graven image? Okay? This is not the face of the Son of the Most High God, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. I got a sign over there that tells you exactly what the Lord looks like. If you go, look. Let's go to Revelation chapter 4, verse 2. Right? And immediately I was in the Spirit, and behold, a throne was set in heaven, and one sat on the throne. And he that sat was to look upon like a jasper and a sardine stone. Okay? It tells you what the Most High looks like. Let me see if I can find it. Okay? This is what a jasper and a sardine stone look like. Okay? Okay? This is a jasper stone. This is a sardine stone. Okay? The Most High God of Israel. Okay? This goes to prove hair of wool, jasper stone, sardine stone. Okay, Daniel chapter 7, verse 9. The Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head like the pure wool. Ain't nobody got nappy hair or hair like wool but Negroes. Sorry, that's the way it is. Okay? Now you got Elamites from Elam, of the so-called East Indian countries, Bangladesh, Pakistan. You got some of them people over there that are darker than I am, that are darker than most people on the earth. You work with them, right? These people are dark-skinned as fuck, but they're not called black. Why is that? See what I'm saying? When they first come to this country, they give them the option to be called white. Right? They set it up in their unrighteous laws and their bullshit decrees. They did it deliberately and on purpose to hide the fact that who you are from you. If you're an Israelite watching this video, Revelation chapter 1:14, his head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were a flame of fire, and his feet like fine brass as if it's burned in the furnace, and his voice the sound of many waters. Which of these images fit the description? Okay? Salakia. You see what I'm saying? So, which of the images fit the description? See what I'm saying? They ain't telling you that at church. They don't want you to know that. They want you to just believe Cicero Boys, a white man, Jesus Christ is. Right? That's all they want you to do. They don't want you to know the truth. They refuse to tell you, man. They tell you to go to church every Sunday, but they sit up there and tell you feel-good doctrine to make you feel good about paying taxes, about rising prices. You see what I'm saying? But they won't tell you the truth to your face of what's really going on because they're 501c3 tax exempt. They get to keep that money that you put in their copper plate every Sunday. They get to keep that money. They ain't got to pay no taxes on it. That's the reason why they ain't gonna never tell you the truth. They refuse. You know, it's all okay. for Jacob to have him an Edomite woman if that's what the fuck he want. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all about the seed line of the father. It ain't give a goddamn about the chick. She just a vessel to bust a nut in. That's it. That's a woman's punishment from the Garden of Eden. Is the pain of childbirth. Right? Let's go down here. Right? 1 Timothy chapter 2 verse 14. Right? And Adam was not deceived, but the woman was deceived, being the first in the transgression. The woman was in the deceit, was in the transgression. And transgression is sin. 1 John chapter 3 verse 4 states, he that sinneth transgresseth also the law, for sin is transgression of the law. So the woman was the first in the transgression, not Adam. But Adam has to pay for it because he was supposed to rule over the woman. But now, like it says in Isaiah chapter 3 verse 12, women rule over us. Child support, divorce, alimony. You see what I'm saying? They got all kinds of shit. All kinds of benefits. See what I'm saying? And the Most High Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai punished them with the pain of childbirth. Most of these women now today, they're either giving birth early or they're having a C-section. Other than that, they would fucking die in childbirth, man. Because a lot of these women are not following the law, statutes, and precepts of the Most High God in the Bible. They ain't doing it. They want to do what the fuck they want to do. Sell their pussy pop, be all nasty and lascivious, showing their cleavage at church, showing their ass, wearing motherfucking miniskirts way up their ass crack in church. Come on, man. The Most High Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai is going to destroy 2/3 of his own people, and the vast majority of those people are women. Okay? The only people that are going to get out of this thing that is coming, Jacob's trouble, are the elect. That's it. Just like before in the flood, just like it was before in the cities of Sodom, Gomorrah, Abidoim, Zeboim, Admor, and Zoar. That wasn't just Sodom and Gomorrah. There was 3 other cities God destroyed for doing the same shit. But they won't teach you that at church either. Ever since the LGBTQ crowd came out of nowhere, they want the Christian church to apologize to them for Sodom and Gomorrah. If Sodom and Gomorrah's, the Sodomites and the Gomorrites, if they would have never touched the children, they would still be standing right to this day. But they won't tell you that. See? That's why they were destroyed. They had exceeding wickedness, drinking blood, changing of kind, cutting a rod out, pretending to be a woman. They were doing that shit back then. That's the reason why the Most High Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai is going to destroy these devils. They allow wickedness on any level. They got Pizzagate, where a pizza is a little girl under the age of 6 years old and hot dogs are little boys. They won't tell you that either. That's the reason why there's always going to be missing children in America. Because as long as these goddamn Edomites rule over you, they're going to keep fucking you over, stabbing you in the back, raising prices, and pushing you down and keeping their foot on your neck with oppression. Talking down to you all the time. Ain't you sick and tired of that bullshit? Then we tell you the truth to your face, you act like you can't handle it. Oh, you preaching hate. You hate the poor white man. They ain't did nothing to me. You goddamn lie. If your ancestor was alive, if your great-grandmama was still alive, she'll tell you what the fucking white man did to her when she was young. Think she won't? She'll tell you to either bow down and kiss their ass or they'll hang your ass from a tree. Okay? No, they won't, Nana. Think they won't? All they're trying to do is remove political correctness, and they'll go back to what they were doing back in the 1800s. Hang your ass from a tree, burn you at the stake. Did you know that in the 15 and 1600s, during slavery, that these so-called white people used to eat us? They used to eat us. God damn it, like we was a fucking hot dog. Or a fucking a cheeseburger or something. I'm telling you, man, it's in history. They've already done it. They're trying to cover it up now and say, we've changed. The Bible says these devils are never gonna change. They can't change. God made them the wicked on purpose, just so they had no excuse for their wickedness. So he'd have an excuse to destroy them. Right? Okay, well, it's 2 o'clock. I was gonna stay, but I gotta go try to see if I can get this other car fixed. You know, the front end's all messed up. She ran into a snowbank, and I was trying to see if I can get one of these shade tree mechanics, save some money, putting it in the shop, see what I could do about you know, because I was going to go into, let's see. Yeah, I was, but I'm right at the 3-hour mark. So I guess that's going to have to save for next week. That's the reason why I take my notes. Okay? So anyway, I'm going to go on and get on out of here, man. All right, Shalom. Call Allah Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Yahweh Kakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for pushing 100% truth to rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom. This is Matazah Lacham. We put this on my backup channel, so this way you can go back and watch it. If I did something wrong, please let me know. So this way I can learn from my mistakes and try to correct it in the future. Okay? Azanaya Bayawam. No, Azanaya La'a Rapayath Bayawam Tazara Abal Hach Zakwanaya. Right? Help me not faint in the day of adversity, but strengthen me. Right? Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Yahweh Kakwadash. All right. Shemai Azanaya Alahaya Ma'ayabya Hatazayaonaya Mamata Kwakwa Mamaya. Right? Deliver me from mine enemies, O my God. Defend me from them that rise up against me. Right? La'at I Zabanaya Yahweh Alahaya La'at Taracha Mamanya Ha Washama Washa La'izataya. O my God, be not far from me. Make haste to help me, O Lord of my salvation. So when I need help, I will be calling upon the true name of the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Alrighty? Shalom. Hope it brought some edification out there today. Uh-oh. What's going on? Oh. No. I'm pretty much finished now.
Oh, okay. Damn.
Yeah, I've been out here for 2.5 hours, man. All right. I've been out here for 2.5 hours, you know?
Good to see you, man. You doing okay?
Yeah.
Oh, praise.
You know? Damn. See that? Okay, so anyway, you know, that's what the y'all Israelites gonna do. I ain't mad. Right? All we try to do is try to direct them in the way they're supposed to go. Y'all, it's not his full name. That's like a derogatory nickname, you know, because I got a nickname too. But that's not what he wants to be called. More judgment from the Most High. Everybody trying to get some screen time. Right? Something's on fire over here down the street, probably down the street at that church down there. Somebody that set somebody's car on fire, you know, with that adultery they be committing over there. You know, these churches, they committing adultery every 5 or 10 minutes. Right?
White supremacy.
Oh yeah, that's what I went over all of that, man. Right? Supersessionism, also known as replacement theology, is the Christian belief that the Christian church has replaced the JEWs of the JOOs, which is the tribe of Judah, which consists of Negroes. Okay? As Yahweh chosen people, which is a lie. See? It asserts that the new covenant through Jesus Christ has replaced the Mosaic Abrahamic covenant between Abraham and Moses. Right? To supersede means to sit or to sit upon. Right? It thus signifies one thing being replaced or supplanted by another. Right? So like I said before, the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is going to leave you here and melt you. Okay? Hell, even Tucker Carlson has something to say. Right? Check this out about a guillotine. I take my notes. Guillotine, an apparatus designed for efficiently carrying out executions by beheading. America has 30,000 guillotines, okay, at the United States government. Ready, and that means that there's 50 states. That's 600 per state. That means there's 600, right? How are they going to divide that out depending on how many cities, is how many guillotines they got on every major corner. You see what I'm saying? The device consists of a tall upright frame with a weighted angled blade suspended at the top. The condemned person is secured with a pillory at the bottom of the frame, holding the position of the neck directly below the blade. The blade is then released, swiftly and forcefully decapitating the victim with a single clean pass. The head falls into a basket or receptacle below. Then it goes into Revelation chapter 20, verse 4. Right? Then I saw thrones, and those that sat upon them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of the Most High and the testimony of Yahushua, which had not taken the mark in their hand or in their foreheads, and they lived and reigned with Hamashiach Yahushua for 1,000 years. Right? Shalom. Hope it brought some edification. I tried.